All right, gang. So we got the car on the lift and started working on the brakes since there were no brakes when we started. And here's what we found. This thing has a 1 year only, or 2 year only, Bud brake system. These are 4-piston calipers with asbestos pads, and pretty much they're unobtainium. There's a guy that I found online that sells all the stuff, but I'm pretty sure this rotor was supposed to be a lot thicker than that. I kind of just put a caliper on them, and they're about 0.8 of an inch. So I think they're supposed to be like 1.25 inches. So I'm definitely gonna have to order some rotors at $295 a piece, and some brake pads at $125 a set. But I guess the asbestos will keep the rotors from getting chewed up versus the semi-metallics or stuff like that. So what I've done is I went ahead and put the hub back on, and that way we can roll around with it. But under the car, it looks really, really nice. Let me get a light here. And it's just kind of overkill, you know, like there's bushings for the K-member instead of just getting bolted right up to the frame. So everything is just super, super, you know, luxurious, if you want to call it that. And again, with the same thing with the brakes. Missing a speedometer cable. I found one of those online. And there's a pretty good rear end leak, and I'm not sure what it's coming from, probably from the pinion seal. And it looks like it has 292 gears. The back brakes look pretty good. I just need to, I'm gonna pull these apart and just check the wheel cylinders. We'll get a new hose for the brake, for the rear brake lines, and a new hose for the fronts. And we're gonna see what's in this gas tank here, and it's a big one. But anyway, we'll see how that is, and probably take it over to the thing. It's got some kind of something I've never seen. It looks like a pitman arm to help keep the rear end in. You know, I've never seen that on a Mopar, but it's definitely factory. And even the leaf springs have rubber bushings between the rear end and the leaf springs, just to, again, that noise dampening and getting rid of that. But as you can see, we'll change the trans fluid, change the oil and filters, drain the radiator, and like I said, probably take that out and get it done. I need a hood cable, hood release cable, and we're gonna go. So I'm gonna work on those rear brakes and put the wheels back on it, move it back a little bit so we can get the seats out, rip out the carpet, start cleaning up, and we got a really cool idea for a headliner. So stay tuned. Alright gang, so here's what we got going today. This morning I removed the radiator, the shroud, the fan, clutch fan. I got the bolts out of the water pump, got the fuel pump off, removed all the heater hoses over here. This thing has a rear heater. Typically the way that the heater works is that you have a hose that runs from the water pump housing over to this valve here that turns it on and off, so when you have AC it's not flowing any water. Then it goes into the heater core from there and then back out over here. This one has a whole separate system, so it had hoses that run to a little valve right here, and then it runs to some hoses down there, and it runs all the way to the back with another another heater core that's mounted in the trunk. So I undid all those, and I'm just going to route it because somebody has taken out that heater core and blower motor and all that from this car. So we're going to just hook it up the way a normal heater would work. I was concerned that that was another heater core inside of the box in here, but it's just a valve. So we'll do that. I removed all the fuel lines front to back. You can see how deteriorated some of this is. This was from the fuel pump to the carburetor, and it's just, these were original hoses, original clamps, everything. And remember these old clamps here. So we're going to get all new fuel lines and heater hoses. On the video I showed you that Rock Auto had the parts spot on with the heater hoses, or with the radiator hoses front to back. We had good green antifreeze come out of the radiator, but I'm still going to take it down, and there's a local company that supposedly does really good stuff. They said for 10 bucks they'll pressure test it and flush it, so we'll do that. Gotta love local companies. What else did we do this morning? Not too much. So we've got a bunch of parts coming in. The carpet kit just came in here. Got it from Rock Auto. It was way cheaper than ordering it through ACC, and it's ACC stuff. And I don't know if that's just because of a price hikes that Rock Auto didn't pass on, but it was like $200 cheaper through Rock Auto than it was through ACC. So gotta love Rock Auto. We're still working on the headliner. We're gonna we have to work on the headliner tonight. I need to run to Joann's and get some material for the headliner bows to go through. And then we're gonna sew that up. It's gonna be a surprise, but I think you'll like it. Again, Sonny's idea, and I think it's fabulous for a driver. And I'll show you some video on how we made the templates for the patterns. I'll add that in with this video. The carpet came in. We got a lot of the seats. We cleaned the seats last night. I'll show you. I'll add the video there too. And we're getting forward. We're rolling along. So the next thing, the rotors and the pads are coming in. The guy I sent the money order to got it today. He called me. Hopefully he'll put those in the mail on Wednesday and get those here by maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, because those are critical for us to go on this trip. These rotors are super expensive. It's $1,000 for rotors, pads, and a caliper kit. And this is 2-year only parts, and I need those to get it going. So hopefully he'll have those here so we can take off and get going. Got the master cylinder in, gonna bench bleed that. Still have more parts coming in from Rock Auto, and we'll take this. Next step for me will be doing the wiring. That's still just a mess. I don't know why we have 2 electronic ignition components. You can see one right here, and one right there. I don't know if they were looking for just some dual purpose or what, or just a safety, but we're going to change that. We've got a new Mancini kit, and I'm going to plug those in. We may put these in the trunk in case we need them. Oh, this is a voltage regulator. I'm sorry, so that's an upgraded voltage regulator. So it looks like they did an upgraded voltage regulator here. And then we have over here the electronic ignition. So we're gonna wire this up a little bit better. Again, I've got an alternator upgrade I want to do, and we're going to do a little bit of wiring upgrades as well. On a video you'll see coming up, we did for the satellite, we did a headlight harness relay kit. And I think for this car, because of the short notice, it's winter, we're going to be driving at night. I am going to do an upgrade kit, but I'm going to just cut the headlight harness here at the radiator support and just hang the relays out front. I've got some weatherproof relays. They're not Bosch, but I'll throw a couple of Bosch in my toolbox when we go in case something happens. We'll do taking the power right off of this switch, the relay switch, and kind of clean up the wiring, do a parallel amp meter lines, and just get going.